Honestly, you didn't know that Mary Kay was a multi-level marketing company? Well, now you know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Karen and I am a micro influencer on Instagram, and I also post content here on YouTube, mainly about multi-level marketing company and pyramid schemes that are very popularized these days. In our last conversation, we started talking about a very specific multi-level marketing company, which was Mary Kay. We started looking at the independent beauty consultant agreement, and we basically talked about the first part of the contract. Today we're going to be considering the second part and last part of the contract, things that we need to know about Mary Kay before someone decides to join Mary Kay as a beauty consultant, or if you just have questions about Mary Kay, or if you're just curious about what Mary Kay is, then you're at the right spot. So let's dig in. So last time we discussed the last point that we needed to analyze about what Mary Kay agrees to do for you, the customer, or for you as an independent beauty consultant. Well, we analyzed the first 4 points. Today we're going to analyze points 5 through 9 and a few other paragraphs that they have to finalize the agreement. And I'm going to be using my anti-blue light glasses because we're going to be reading off from the contract directly. So let's begin with point number 5. What does it say here? Well, it says in the agreement that Mary Kay agrees to accept consultant's cancellation of this agreement within 30 days after acceptance of the agreement by company and upon return of consultant's original and unused starter kit to company, to return to consultant the consultant's cost of the starter kit, or if agreement is terminated and consultant's original and unused starter kit is returned to company after the cancellation period and within 1 year of purchase, to repurchase such starter kit at 90% of consultant's original net cost. So what is Mary Kay telling us here? Well, Mary Kay is basically saying, well, we'll happily accept that you return your starter kit or your products back to us within the 30 days time frame. If you decide to cancel your independent beauty consultant agreement. If you join Mary Kay thinking that it was going to be a good idea, and you order your starter kit and you start trying out the products and you notice that for whatever reason is really not the right thing for you, then you can return the products within 30 days and you basically Mary Kay agrees that they're going to refund you your money as long as you return it within that time frame. Now, the next point, it elaborates a little bit more about that, and it here says that Mary Kay agrees to repurchase upon termination of this agreement at 90% of consultant's original net cost, original and unused Section 1 products, provided such items were purchased by consultant from company within 1 year prior to return. So what is Mary Kay telling us here in relation to point number 5? Well, they're saying, okay, yes, you become an independent beauty consultant, you got your starter kit, now you decide to return it. Okay, we'll set the return, but like I mentioned in my last video, which is very common in MLMs, they do have a 30-day money back guarantee policy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to receive your entire full money back. And Mary Kay is telling you that here. They're going to tell you, well, you want to return your starter kit? Well, yes, okay, that's fine. We'll accept the starter kit. We're basically repurchasing the starter kit from you, but we're only going to refund you 90%. So if your starter kit was $100, they're going to only give you 90% of that $100, which will basically be $90. Like I said before, I'm not entirely sure if Mary Kay deducts the shipping cost and the handling. So if that would have been the case, then it would be a little bit less than $90. So you have to keep that in mind, that yes, they do have a policy of 30 days money back guaranteed, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to receive your entire fully refund back. Okay. Now moving on to the point number 7. And it says here that Mary Kay agrees that the starter kit and Section 1 products must be shipped fried prepaid, accompanied by a request for repurchase form to the Mary Kay Repurchase Department in Dallas. Consultant agrees that company's cost of any prices or product bonuses awarded to consultant because of the original purchase and any indebtedness consultant owes company will be deducted from the repurchase amount. Consultants who return merchandise to company are not eligible to rejoin Mary Kay as a Mary Kay beauty consultant. Consultant agrees that Section 2 items are not intended to be purchased from company for resale and are not subject to the repurchase provisions. So, all that being said, what does it mean? Well, it basically means that Mary Kay, like I said, is going to deduct any costs associated with any award, any bonuses, any discounted prices that they give you on the products that you bought. So if you become an independent beauty consultant and you have to purchase a starter kit, of course, and let's say that at the time that you bought your starter kit, that starter kit came with, I would say, let me see, a free lipstick. You buy your starter kit today, you get a free lipstick with it, and you start your independent beauty consulting business with Mary Kay. Now, if you decide to quit Mary Kay, you return your starter kit, Mary Kay will give you your money back, your 90% money back, but they're also going to deduct any basically any awards, any bonuses that they give you. So probably that amount, that cost of that free lipstick that you receive, they're probably going to deduct that from your starter kit's original purchase. So again, if you think you're going to receive your full money back, get off that cloud, because it's not going to happen. They're basically telling you here, yes, you can return your products, but this is the consequence, and the consequence is we're going to deduct money away from the things that we basically gave you for free. So, because remember, Mary Kay cannot lose. These companies, these MLM companies, always try to be on the plus side, on the positive side. So they want to avoid people ordering and joining Mary Kay just as a rush of the moment. So, and even if you join as a rush of the moment, they cannot lose money because of that. So what they do is that, yes, they give you your money back, but they're going to deduct as much as possible for any bonuses or awards or discounts that they give you. So just keep that in mind. Now, point number 8. Here says also that Mary Kay agrees that customer names and addresses furnished by beauty consultant to company in connection with optional programs shall remain the sole property of beauty consultant and will not be used by company or disclosed by company to other parties without beauty consultant's permission, except as may be required by law. So this one is very interesting because, like I was saying before, it's not possible for you to go into the Mary Kay website, order products, check out, pay for it without associating your purchase to a current beauty consultant so that they can gain commission from your purchase. But thank you to one of my subscribers, which they clarified on my last video that people, even though you do have to give the name of a beauty consultant, your name and your address is not disclosed to that person if you don't want to. You can do what is called a guest checkout. So if you do the guest checkout, that means that your information basically is going to stay private, just between the customer and Mary Kay. The beauty consultant doesn't necessarily need to see that. So thank you, my very specific subscriber. You know who you are. Thank you for that. And if you have anything else about Mary Kay or any MLM company that I have talked about and you think that it's wrong, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I researched for the wrong information, and you have updated new information that you would like to provide or share with me, any new insights, because remember, this is research, and you may know more than I do, and it's important that we have that sharing relationship. So you may learn something from me, but I also learn from you, and that's why I love YouTube as a platform, because it's just a way for people to share, genuinely and honestly share information with each other. So if you think I've missed something, that I said something that it's not correct, drop it down in the comments below, because I do listen to you and I do read every single one of your comments, and it's just nice to see that people are out there sharing good information with each other. So yes, so thank you, my subscriber, for that. and it means really, really, really the world to me. And so yeah, so if you buy Mary Kay products, you can do guest checkout and your information doesn't get disclosed to other people, which is good, because we live in a world where everything is done online. And the least you want is for those online websites to be releasing your information to like dark web stuff or other people that have no relationship with you, that you did not agree to release your information to. So that's very, very important. So I like that Mary Kay is telling here that they don't release your information as a customer to other people unless you authorize it to. Now, the next point number 9, and is the last one on the things that Mary Kay basically agrees to. And it says here that Mary Kay agrees that there will be no direct sales from company to the beauty consultant's customer without a commission being paid to customer's beauty consultant, provided beauty consultant is a member of the Mary Kay Independent Sales Organization at the time of the sale. Company will not accept an order directly from customer without the name and beauty consultant number of beauty consultant. Commissions will be charged back on customer returns. So what does this mean? So this is very related to point number 8. And basically Mary Kay is just telling you here that they're agreeing that as a company, as the Mary Kay company, they're not going to have any direct sales with customers. So what does this mean? It means that if I'm a customer and I want to go buy whatever Mary Kay products, Mary Kay is not going to sell the products to me directly. Basically, what's going to happen is that between me and Mary Kay, there has to be somebody in the middle, like as a middleman. And that will be the independent beauty consultant name that you have to provide when you check out. So Mary Kay is agreeing, no, every single one of our sales has to benefit some beauty consultant. We are agreeing that we are not accepting orders from customers without your order being related to a current beauty consultant. So that's good, because that means that Mary Kay is guaranteeing independent beauty consultants that their purchases are going to be tied to their customers and that they will receive commission from their customers' purchase for sure. And that just avoids a whole lot of, misconceptions and misleading information. So Mary Kay wins money if the beauty consultant wins money, and the beauty consultant wins money or commission if the customer buys from Mary Kay. So it's a win-win for everybody basically. So that's how multi-level marketing companies work, and that's why multi-level marketing are often called pyramid schemes, because basically the customer purchases, then somebody else earns commission from that, and then from that commission the company itself benefits so much more. So the person at the top, which is the company, benefits so much from the people that are at the bottom. Now this contract also has a few more paragraphs at the end of some things that Mary Kay just wants to clarify, and they basically put them in there in bold, and we're going to be reading these 4 paragraphs separately, and we're going to analyze what it is they mean. So the first paragraph in bold says here that this agreement is subject to acceptance by company at its corporate headquarters in Dallas, Texas, through issuance of a notice of acceptance. Such acceptance is conditioned upon receipt of a starter kit by beauty consultant. This agreement should be governed by the laws of the state of Texas as to all matters. The parties further agree that if any dispute or controversy arises between them concerning any matter relating to this agreement, that any issues which either party may select to submit for legal jurisdiction should be submitted to the jurisdiction of this courts of the state of Texas, and the parties agree that the proper venue shall be Dallas County, Texas. So what does this mean? Well, this basically means, well, it may be the case that a beauty consultant may want to file a lawsuit, a claim with or against Mary Kay. And it happens. It could happen. And if that's the case, you have to remember that the loss of the lawsuit or the claim will be considered in Texas jurisdiction, in Texas law, in Texas state government. So if you live in New York and you file a lawsuit with Mary Kay, you can't take in consideration or think that you're going to win if the laws from New York and Dallas, Texas are different. So it may be the case that it benefits you to not file the lawsuit at all, because the state of Texas is very strict, and you may lose the case if the government of Texas is different from the laws in the state that you live in. So you have to keep in mind that if you're going to file a lawsuit, file a claim, you have to keep in mind about what are the rules, what are the governmental laws of that specific state where the headquarters of your MLM company is located. Okay? Now the next bold paragraph here says that this agreement is not subject to alteration, modification, or change, except in writing, signed by an authorized executive of the company, and should not be deemed to be changed, modified, or altered by reason of any advice, suggestions, guides, or sales aids furnished by the company to the beauty consultant. This agreement should be effective from the date of acceptance until December 31st of the same year, and should thereafter be automatically renewed each January for additional terms of 1 year each, provided that the agreement may be terminated by either party effective immediately for any breach of its provisions, or by either party at any time during the initial term or any renewal term by not less than 30 days written notice. So what is Mary Kay saying here? Well, they're saying, hey, we are Mary Kay. We are the company. We are the multi-level marketing company. It's in charge of running this business entirely. So if we need to change something, anything regarding this agreement, we're going to do it. And every year in January, Mary Kay releases a new version, an updated version of their contract. So this contract that we're analyzing right here is only valid through December 31st. And if they decide to change anything, they will let their independent beauty consultants and anybody associated with Mary Kay, they're going to let them know, they're going to notify them, and everyone is going to have a copy of the new contract at the beginning of every year. So there should be no reason for nobody to not know what are the rules, what are the terms and conditions associated with Mary Kay and running your independent beauty consultant business, because Mary Kay here agrees that, or is basically telling you here that they are doing their work, they're doing their part, which is updating the contract, maintaining it so that everyone has the latest version of it. So in your case, you have to do your work and read it and make sure that whatever new or updated terms are in here, you are abiding by the laws that are written in here. So something to keep in mind every year if you do business with Mary Kay. Now the next paragraph here says that it is not necessary to submit a new agreement or purchase a new starter kit if reinstating within 1 year of last order month, anniversary month if no last order, as the terms and conditions of the then current independent beauty consultant agreement will continue in full force and effect. For record purposes, a consultant must have a minimum $200 wholesale Section 1 product to update her last order date. So what does this mean? This one is very interesting because Mary Kay is just basically saying here, hey, if for whatever reason, which it happens, you're a beauty consultant and you just, for whatever reason, you just stop generating sales. Like maybe you started as a beauty consultant in January and by April you're like, okay, my business is going down. I don't know what's happening. I'm not generating any sales. I don't have any new customers, any new leads. And you just have like 2-3 months in which you are not making any money, like zero or probably very low. So what Mary Kay is saying here is that, hey, if that happens, you don't have to renew your independent beauty consultant agreement. Your basically your record is gonna come back to life as soon as you start doing your 200 wholesale sales of purchases. So maybe in June you didn't generate anything, but if in July and August you did, then you're fine, as long as you're within that 1 year period. So, but if you haven't generated any sales within like 1 year, then you do have to renovate your contract and just continue, because it happens when you start off fresh. You start up, very excited. You have people that want to join your business, that want to buy products off of you from Mary Kay, and then it happens that life happens. People just don't want to purchase anymore, or people just don't, you have no more family members, no more friends, no more new acquaintances to share the business opportunity or to share the amazing products with people. So it happens because the world only has the very limited amount of people, and your circle, your network is probably even more limited. So it could happen. Just keep that in mind, that it can happen that you may not generate sales in 1 month, 2 months, however many months. Now, on the last paragraph, which is the very last paragraph of the contract, says, this is the sole and only agreement between the parties relating to the subject matter hereof, and both parties acknowledge that the independent beauty consultant is not an employee of the company and will not be treated as an employee with respect to this agreement for federal, state, or local tax purposes or otherwise. I like how Mary Kay ends this contract. It's very interesting because Mary Kay is telling you here, hey, one last thing, remember, you're not an employee, you're just an independent beauty consultant. So don't think that this agreement makes you an employee of Mary Kay. So, especially for tax purposes, don't think that you have any benefits associated with Mary Kay just because you're an independent beauty consultant. No. If, for example, now that we are starting to slowly get out of this pandemic, a lot of people file for unemployment. Don't think that because you're an independent beauty consultant, you can go to the Department of State and file a unemployment form based on your record of working for a multi-level marketing company as an independent contractor. That's not one of the benefits of joining an MLM, unfortunately. And that's what they're telling you here, with respect to federal, state, and local tax purposes. You have not paid any taxes associated with your independent business with Mary Kay. Yes, you do pay taxes at the end, but every month the government is not deducting any money from that gross income that you are receiving. So basically the government has no responsibility with you. You are on your own. And if you don't have any little money saved to support yourself or support your family with in times like this pandemic, then maybe an MLM company is not the right move. It's not the right business for you because you have no benefits whatsoever. And when you go and ask for help from the government, then what are you going to say? Oh, I work for an MLM company. Sorry, we can't do anything for you. That's what happens. That's what happens. So a lot of people don't believe it, but it becomes true when you're living desperate times. And I'm sure that a lot of multi-level marketing people that do businesses with MLMs have realized this year that MLMs what are they good for? What are they good for? If you have no security of anything. So if your own government where you live at cannot help you in desperate times because you work for an MLM, so then what's the point of doing this whole business? You would have to be earning millions and millions of dollars, or at least a few good thousands of dollars. Be one of those lucky people in MLMs that reach the top and earn good income from MLMs to be able to say that you were successful and that you're able to support yourself with the help of running your own independent business with a multi-level marketing company. But most people, more than 90% of people who join MLMs do not reach that level. So a lot of those people during this pandemic realized that MLMs are just not good enough. Not good enough. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that Mary Kay, people who do Mary Kay as a business, as an independent beauty consultant business, do not make money. I would have to look at the income disclosure statement for Mary Kay, which we're going to analyze next time, to be able to draw some average conclusions. But people do make money in MLMs, but the amount of people that make money in MLMs is very, very, very limited. Very, very limited. More than 90% of people do not make money in MLMs. Just keep that in mind always. Now, I hope that this information has been very good for you. This is the second part and last part of the Mary Kay contract. We've learned what Mary Kay wants you to do, what Mary Kay wants you to keep in mind to run your own business, and what Mary Kay agrees to do for you as the customer and for you as the independent beauty consultant. If you're thinking about joining Mary Kay as a beauty consultant, this is all you need to know. We are going to continue this Mary Kay series talking about the different things that you need to know about Mary Kay. This is not the last video for this Mary Kay series, so stay tuned for the next few weeks. And yeah, thank you for tuning in with me. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. And if you have been lingering around here for a while and you want to find out more about any multi-level marketing company that you want me to research on, drop them down in the comments below as well. And I am so happy to just, hear you out, see what are your needs, what do you need to know so that you can make better, informative decisions. Thank you, and I will see you guys on my next video.